Every time I like make a small burp, you know, it just tastes the fucking garlic. And I love garlic, it's one of my favorite foods, so I'm not like complaining. It's in no way a complaint, I'm just blogging at this point. Oh yeah, today's New Year's Eve, by the way. I'm recording this on the day of. It's pretty cool, huh? I just want to remind everyone that if you're watching this video and for whatever reason, you know, you were taught incorrectly, you never went to school, and it's okay, I dropped out of high school, so I'm not trying to act like, you know, school is the biggest thing and it's super important. I mean, it is super important, but it's not like, you know, the end of the world. If you drop out of school, in my opinion, you should have a responsibility to educate yourself. That's kind of what I do. But, you know, maybe, you know, there's things that happen, you just never get this information, but there was no year zero, so there's a lot of people that are going to be cringing around tonight going like, "It's the end of the decade!" Whoa! Like, stupid-ass motherfuckers, right? Dumb motherfuckers, never went to school, never took a history class, never read a history book, you know, like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Never took a math class, you know, like this is basic math. There was no year zero, so the end of the decade is actually in 366 days from now, because 2020 is a leap year. So, just saying, for anyone celebrating the end of the decade, like, you can go fuck yourself. Happens to the best of us. But I'm just saying, if you think that it's the end of the decade, you're severely mistaken. I know there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there, but, you know, a lot of people tell me, "Oh, this isn't serious. Why do you care so much?" And my retort to that is, if it's not serious, right, like, in this hypothetical world where it's not actually this serious, why would you be wrong when you could just be right? That's my question. Also, there's something I'm supposed to do in here, but I forget what it is. It's not serious, right? Nothing in it. If it doesn't matter, right? You know, like, then why be wrong? Like, if it's so unserious, as these people like to say, "Oh, it's so serious. Why are you being so serious? It's not serious." Like, again, you know, it's not serious. Then, you know, just be correct. It's not that hard, you know? Like, I used to think the end of it, like in 2009, I was like, "Oh shit, it's the end of the decade." And then, like, I was like, "Oh wait, no, there was no year zero, so never mind." Like, Jesus Christ, like, it's not hard. Just be right. Just saying, like, I know there's probably, I know this is controversial. It's bizarre to me that this could possibly be controversial material, but there was no year zero. Like, I'm just saying. In fact, I might have to, like, clip this out of the video and make this a PSA, because seriously, like, I might just clip this out and make a separate video about it. Like, there literally was no year zero. Like, it's just, we started at 1, a decade is 10 years, 1 to 10, that was a decade. Unless you want to claim that we just erase a decade, like one decade in human history just had 9 years, if you want to do that kind of shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have no ammo. If you want to play that game, I mean, we can play that game. Which decade? What decade has 9 years? If you want to point out a decade, like, oh yeah, the 638th decade in the history of the world, you know, it's just 9 years. Like, if you want to play that game, we can play that game. But, like, guess what? That game sucks. I prefer to play Doom. This is a better game. Also, I've got no fucking ammo. This is fucking